My name is Chad Larry. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm a finance major.
Um, Chad, in what ways do you think the pandemic kind of changed your life in terms of like school, family, relationships? What are the what are the big changes that you saw?
Um, it was very negative in terms of schooling because I have attention issues and being on my computer. My solution to doing better in school in the prior terms was to leave my laptop at home and to take paper notes because then there was nothing that I could click on or get distracted by or like anything like that, and I like was forced to be present. But now it's like you put all these things in front of me, like I'm getting news alerts, like emails, little things like that. It's just a little bit more difficult. In terms of like my family relationships though, I definitely think that my family relationships have gotten better because during the pandemic we were like forced to be apart. Like I spent 3 months away from my dad and my mom, and even more months away from my grandparents. So we started communicating way more via like the phone and stuff.
Just so it doesn't appear that my my only focus or interest is and was my job. So as I said, I grew up on the Cape. My dad ran a general store. My mom was a teacher. Um, I was the middle of three kids. I have an older sister and a younger brother who's Down syndrome, who lives in a group home on the Cape, who is responsible for, at least 90% of the kindness that anybody in our family has. It was just a privilege to have him and continue to have him as part of the family. And he was pretty high functioning, and he continues to have a great sense of humor, and is just a bit of sunshine that shines into everybody's life who knows him. So that's wonderful. I met my wife Jen um, back in 1980, back in the early 1980s, but not really for real until we're all in New York City in the mid 80s, and she and I met at a going away party that a friend of hers was throwing for himself. And we immediately felt that lightning bolt, and had a great and fun relationship, and had two boys that we're super proud of. Dylan, who's 27, and Ian, who's about to be 23. And uh, couldn't be more proud of the boys. And we lost mom, um, tragically, almost 10 years ago now. But she's still in her life. She's still in our life, and I think, as I said, she couldn't be more proud of the boys. Okay. My name is Mark Connolly. I'm Ian's dad, and I had the great privilege of turning 60 a couple months ago, and have decided to embrace that and try to conquer it as opposed to shy away from it. I was born in Boston and brought up on Cape Cod, and went to boarding school for a couple of years. In spite of the fact that my parents ran a general store, which was next door to our house. Education was always the number one priority in our family, and in fact became the number one priority in my family, in which I'm a parent. And so that was a great theme that ran through both families. So my parents took out loans. They sent me to Phillips Exeter for 2 years. I went to Georgetown, graduated with degrees in English and government. And when somebody graduates with an English major, what do? You generally go to law school. I had the good fortune of getting a paralegal job back when that was a brand new profession in the mid 80s. And a year there made me realize that it was a pretty exciting place to be. I was at a big M&A takeover firm called Skadden Arps. But I also saw that a bunch of the partners every month there'd be a going away party, and I was asking, so I would ask, where are these guys going, because they have a great thing going here, and I was told they were going off to investment banking. So I had no idea what that was, but of course I was curious and driven to go explore it.